in Yosemite.
Yes.
And I know that when you guys first came out here, you didn't really have a story in mind. You wanted to be inspired. So what did you see that inspired you?
Well, from the national park standpoint, what doesn't inspire you coming out here is it's an incredible place, we thought this is a beautiful, such a beautiful, lovely place that we could, what a great place to set a wildfire movie.
So much to burn.
Yeah.
Right?
There's so many trees out here.
What you really were thinking was, this would be amazing if I could burn everything.
Right, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But what, you look at this, you look at Yosemite. Yosemite is sort of a glacial cut park, and so we needed in our story to create a similar kind of what you call a box canyon, a canyon that's sort of closed off on one end and open on the other, because in a fire situation there'd be only sort of one exit door. So this was really the inspiration. This valley was the inspiration for Piston Peak and the valley in the movie.
Actually, I was talking to your FX animation lead, and he was showing me the screen that he showed you guys in the theater, where it was a almost lifelike version of the trees, and then what it would look like when it would go up in flames.
Right.
Of his whole presentation, that was the one part where I was like, that's so cool. I would want to do the same thing. I would want to just burn everything. And so I see the excitement in that.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, and a challenge. I mean, it's the most ambitious project we've ever done at Disney Toon Studios. So building fire, an unbelievable fire, and a fire to the scale that we wanted to do was a huge undertaking for us. It took us over 2.5 years to get it just right, to be sure the look was real. Because when you're telling a firefighter story, you want the fire, which is a character in the movie essentially, because it is a living and breathing thing in real life. So it needed to reflect that on the screen. So we took a lot of care and a lot of attention to that.
But fire also works into the theme of second chances, because fire is rebirth. Fires are actually healthy for nature to sort of, to sort of regrow. So actually it worked in thematically too.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about your inspiration and how it translated into the story for this film. So where is Dusty at now? Well,
Dusty, the plane that's used in the first film is a crop duster, and in real life that plane is used in wildfire air attack. It's known as a SEAT, a single engine air tanker. So there was a natural way to get Dusty into the story of wildfire air attack. But sort of thematically, and what's going on sort of internally, is that he pushed his engine so hard that he's actually damaged it, and we find out he may never race again. So he has to see if he has the courage to embrace something else with the same passion he embraced racing. So that's where we ended up with this theme of second chances, and that theme applies. Again, fire plays into that, and also the wildfire air attack teams. Planes are often made up of former military aircraft and things like that. So we found this idea of second chances sort of kind of permeating all the different elements of the film.
In the film, there is a quote about Blade Ranger, and that is, he used to pretend to save lives, now he does. And I know that you guys aren't actors, but as directors, have you ever had a character that maybe made you consider quitting your day job or given you the desire to be a little bit more like that character?
I think being a firefighter is certainly an inspiration to everybody. If you're going to define the term hero, you have to have a firefighter in that definition, because, again, as our slogan says, when others fly out, heroes are flying in, and that's what firefighters do. These men and women every day are running into the buildings when others are flying out, and the kind of bravery that takes for someone to be able to do that for complete strangers. Really amazes me. So it was really important to us to tell that story truthfully, and I think we can only hope that we could do that in real life.
Oh, there's no way I could do that. I took a bike ride yesterday, and after a mile, I was completely out of breath.
You would leave me in a burning building?
Well, no, I would call someone immediately. I would get on the cell phone and call immediately.
Hurry, Farrell's in a building. I can't go in there, but he's in there, and we need to get him out.
No, it is amazing. I mean, these smoke jumpers, they jump in with like 200 pounds of gear, and then fight fires.
Yes, I put on the gear up in Reading at the air attack base. It was like 80 pounds just on me, and that enough. I was like, okay, ready to take this off now.
And then you have to hike out with that all.
And then they stay out there for days.
Yes.
Yeah, camping out.
They just have to survive out there. My number one question was, where do you keep your snacks?
Right.
Because I would get hungry all the time. Thank
you
guys so much.
Starbucks
Thank
out
you
there
so
anywhere.
much.
I know. Maybe Starbucks should get on it and go put one out there. That's the one place they aren't at.
Made in Hollywood.